What's up, investors? Ken here from the Dyslexic Investor, and we're going to be looking at some reactions to Wall Street Bets, the subreddit within the stock market and different things like that. It's a lot of, basically, if you ever seen it before, it's like if 4chan got a Bloomberg terminal. It's basically, that's like their tagline. I like to just look at it just for entertainment, anything regarding the stock market and investing. I love looking at it. It's a lot of fun sometimes. So I'm going to jump in and kind of give an overview of what happened this past week, the past basically 2 weeks, where it's been pretty much a correction down to the 200 simple moving average here. This is the dotted teal line here. You can kind of see here, kind of bounced off it like 3 times, never closed below it, which it actually did here. I take that back. Wow, I didn't see that. But it kind of bounced off basically 3 times really hard. And that being said, that we could come up here to, again, my favorite 21 EMA, which is this guy right here. Yellow line kind of hit off this and bounced back down because it's kind of happened twice here. Again, we haven't closed above this one, which is a key incentive on what happened last time. You can kind of see here, came down here, boom, boom. These are really overextended, and then once we closed above the 21, we kind of went off to the races. So that being said, we're just going to be looking at a couple comments that our friends at Wall Street Bets put in. So one guy shared this interesting chart here. You can kind of see here it's showing off basically the different levels in the this is the S&P 500 here, and you see here they did like basically a fib analysis where you just took the high to the low, drew a couple projected lines of going upwards. Again, the bigger numbers that you need to be aware of within fib clusters is the 0.78 and 0.61 and sometimes the 50 or the 0.5. His prediction was that we were going to be coming up to the 0.618, so up here possibly this week. Him drawing this little trend line here, I guess, that we can kind of bounce off here and then probably retrace lower. And let's just look at it real time. So he's saying, so we can actually just do this fib analysis. So what you do, you just take the very, very top here, and then we go to boop, and then the lowest point right here. So he's saying basically this kind of lines up with a little bit higher than where I see it going. So the 21, this is going to move up slightly or flatline a little bit because this day is going to pull that higher. So this is a pretty accurate reading. So what we're going to do here, we're going to call, actually I think I did it on this chart here. There we go. Yeah, see, I said looking to short here. This line is basically where he's saying it without, because see, this is kind of a breakout, a gap up here. I feel like this might be a good area to continue to short there. And then we have, let's see here, we have another gentleman or lady, YOLO Swag 42069 1337, saying SPY puts going into the weekend with the bear emoji. So yeah, that really could happen for sure. But things could happen with China opening up this evening and Sunday. That could propel us lower. What happens in Hong Kong, and the Fed is always in look, and the overall economy. It's not just us that we're playing this game here. So that's, I would not be shorting because initially I would like a lot higher probability of this happening, and that the signs are within the 21 or within this area. So we're gonna draw like ovals. So we're gonna look here. This is the I want to see this area to short. This is my shorting bubble right there. So that's going to be interesting on that. Fun stuff. Let's see what else we have from Wall Street Bets. We have from Forever, Oregon Forever. Waiting for market to crash. Load up on Amazon, Shopify, and Google. Retire next year. Okay, that's interesting. So let's just take a look at those stocks real fast. So we're going to go jump on Amazon. Everyone knows and loves Amazon. And it has been slightly, it's basically doing what the market's doing. So it's around the 200 EMA here. So we're going to get these lines out of the way. I feel like this could be supportive because it's been really supported here multiple times throughout the 200. But this, if it turns worse, it could be like what happened December here. Like that was a completely down tear there, just going past on all levels and just becoming something to like with some projections that I've seen is 1622. Again, if the market goes down, 90% of the stocks will go down. There's a lot of the stocks that are safe dividend stocks and gold stocks, of course, will do the complete opposite because they're basically considered safe havens. So that was Google, and we have or Alphabet. Here we go. This is performing a little bit better. You can kind of see here it hasn't touched the 200 EMA or simple moving here. So that's actually a little bit, and it's above the 21 blue line. So that's actually a very telling story there for Google. Like, I'm guessing it had early earnings here. Let's check this box. Yeah, it looks like it had earnings here, gapped up high, and it just kind of sold off in the beginning of last month, or the end of last month. It's kind of been trading sideways. Very interesting. I actually want to take a look at this one on a weekly. Yeah, it's looking pretty good on a weekly. Like it's just kind of following its trend, just kind of bouncing in around the yellow 21 EMA here, which is interesting. That guy Oregon Forever might have a thing there. So, and then the other one, which I have traded in the past, Shopify. Everyone uses Shopify to sell their merch. It's been, you can't even tell that there's been a market correction with this stock. It's just a huge leading indicator. Kind of fell short here a couple times. Basically, it's been hugging the 34 EMA majority of the time up. That's a super aggressive play here. That is a heck of a run. Again, this is super extended. So I would have a very hard time buying it up at all-time highs. But it's great to see that I hit all-time highs when the market was down 5+%, 6%, 7% in some places. So that is very intriguing. That's good stuff. And then we have another one. Let's blow this up a little bit. We have It's Digital. GE puts for free money for any big players right now. Imagine Goldman loading up today and comes out Mondays with read the report and find it incredible. I guess there's something reference to that. So let's just look at GE. General Electric basically has been in a whirlwind of stocks, and it's kind of tied a lot to the China news. You can kind of see here it took a massive down to $6.66. Is that a sign? That's kind of creepy. 666. That's kind of funny. But you can kind of see it kind of pulled back. It hasn't been able to really break out above this 200-day moving averages. So it's going to be very tough to short down here. Maybe if it comes back up to like the $10, $11 level to look at a short, depending on the market environment. But let's just look at a longer time frame here. Let's go to like a weekly. Yeah, this thing has been trading terrible. Yeah, that's not a good sign. For this one, I would definitely agree with that gentleman or lady on that bet. But I would like to see it a little bit higher up to risk that amount. And then last but not least, we have Mave2246, he said, need FSLY and MCB to the moon real quick. I'm not sure about either of those stocks, but I did look up previously. So FSLY. Oh, not loading here. Oh, FSLY. There we go. Fastly. Oh, this is the internet security play. You can kind of tell it's a newer company. It just recently came out in May. IPO came up, hit its all-time high, and just been trading lower and within the range. Almost hit here, but then came crashing down and trading very low. It looks like it's losing money. Again, it's an IPO stock. These are very hard to gauge. I really don't have any recommendations there. ACB, Aurora Cannabis Incorporated. Again, this is a cannabis stock. You're betting on massively of being able to make this profitable. There's a lot of companies right now that are playing the cannabis. Again, this has been kind of hot market for any cannabis stocks. Yeah, I don't want to bottom fish here. The low is 48.54.58. That's pretty close to his all-time lows. I would be taking like a 10 to 25% position if it got to that level and built like a base like you see here. But again, like there's not that much volume that was down there, so I really don't have much on that there. But a couple of smaller things. I want to look at GLD. You can kind of see here, this is the complete inverse of what the market's been doing. A lot of people have been saying put 5 to 10% of your money into gold. So it's probably a worthwhile bet. Pretty smart to be diversified in that sense. But I don't know if you've kind of missed the wagon here, because it's gold. It's been popping off. So this is just, let's go look. It's on a daily chart, and then let's go to a weekly. I think it's like crazy high. Like this is, and then we'll look at a yearly chart. This is at a 15-year monthly chart. So again, 08, 09, we had gold pretty high. Like you saw this, but then gold jump up from literally massive run in 2012, and then kind of slowly kind of peter off. It never really went below the 200 on the monthly, but let's look on the weekly. I'm sure it had it cross through. Yeah, it crossed through it multiple times, and then it had a nice strong support around 120. Again, this is GLD. This is the SPY Gold Trust ETF, which you can easily trade and have options in. Again, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, put them in the comments down below. Greatly appreciate it if you subscribe and hit that bell for more videos. Again, this is Ken signing off. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.